Hello, and we're back with the Hypertrophy Odyssey, chapter 119. It is the first day of the week, aka the Vulcan Raven workout. I am on the way to the gym right now. I'm feeling good, feeling great, feeling grand, feeling excellent. Kind of annoyed right now. Wasted a little bit of time trying to get one of the guys from his house, but mission failed. We will get him next time, boys. You know, whenever that is. So today's subject matter, I wanted to just discuss, I guess, anything. No, I really didn't really have any much ideas to talk about today. Like, I didn't have any ideas until this random thing occurred before this, which is probably something I won't. You know what, I'm gonna default to something that I've been wanting to talk about for a little bit, and I would probably go with another top 5 out of today's list. Let's go with that. I was gonna say something else, but I want to go top 5 today. And today with my top 5, I'll talk about top 5 movies, because movies are, interestingly enough, interesting on their own, but also I can talk a lot about my top 5 movies, and I really have to think about it. It's not something that I would say is truly off the top of my head, but I can name some influences that are up there in what are probably my favorite movies of all time. But before we get into that, all old stuff. I'm gonna preface this now. Nothing new. I haven't watched anything that I would say. Yeah, there's probably like a couple movies that have crept up into my top 10 generally. That is modern, but besides that, most of my stuff is old school, like what I grew up with, that type of stuff. I'm not too into the modern movies and all that other jazz stuff. Maybe one day I'll make a full-on video talking about the problem with modern cinema and all that other stuff. You know, who knows, but it's a whole other story for a whole other day. Today I just want to talk about things that I actually enjoy and things that I like. Maybe I'll give an honorable mention or two for modern movies, because, you know, it is what it is. I think it'll be top 5 all time, and then maybe I'll give a top 5 within the last 20 years or something like that. Something along those lines, because that, I feel like, is going to be a harder list to make, honestly. I really can't fathom it. I was going to talk about something else, but I realized I don't think I want to divulge too much personal information on here, so I will hold that out for a little bit. I think tomorrow's episode is going to be a little bit different. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to see. I have an idea of what it might be because of some things that are happening now. But with that being said, I am very hot. I'm in a car that has no AC, and it is like 90 something, and all I have is one window that works. Thankfully it's this one and not like a passenger one. The passenger one is broken, so it is what it is. But with that being said, I will see you on the inside.
Alright, so start this day off with lat pull downs, which were fine, nothing too crazy. Sucks because the dip station was being used, but it is what it is. So I wanted to start this off. I'm not going to put these in order because I can't actually think of the order that these would actually be in if I really thought about it. And this actually took me a lot longer to make than I thought it would, honestly. My brain just kept trying to think of, like, all right, what movies influenced me the most, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay. And then I thought about it a little bit more, and I was like, okay, this is interesting. And then I narrowed it down to 5 movies, I would say, that would probably be not necessarily representative of me per se in its entirety, but of movies that I probably enjoy a lot of. In fact, 2 of them I have posters of, which those who know me know which ones I'm talking about, but those who don't know me, you don't know. So I'll get to that, and when I get to that in a moment. But first, I guess I'll start with, in no particular order, because I don't want to go into an order. This is going to take forever if I try to do that. The first on the list here, Ace Ventura 1: Pet Detective, probably the most influential movie in my entire life. I watched it with my brother all the time growing up. I watched it as an adult. I watched it all the time. I quote it randomly all the time. It is something that I still quote to this day, no matter what, and has had the most influence on me when it comes to comedy in general. I think that movie has been a major influence on my life. So that was something that I gotta say, that was I wouldn't say number 1, but it definitely was instantaneously like, oh yeah, I know this is in the top 5, 100%. The second in the list would be, this one hurts, Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. That one hurts. This one hurts a lot. I love this movie so much. That's why I always go on rants on Star Wars all the time, because I was a big fan of this movie. I remember I randomly bought it one day on DVD because I didn't have a copy of it, and I was like, I want to watch this movie now. And for some reason was just like, all right, I'm just gonna go buy this one out of all of them. I just really wanted to watch it for that day and just bought it randomly. But it is one of the only movies that I will actually do that for. You know, I'll actually go out of my way to watch it and stuff whenever the mood strikes. But great movie. Probably very influential on me in general, in total, in my life. Love it. Probably one of my favorites, like science fiction movies of all time. Story's great. If you haven't watched it, please go watch it. In third place, I would say, or just third in general, I would say it's Mallrats, directed by Kevin Smith, which I didn't think would be up here because it used to be one of my favorite movies of all time, but it's definitely gone down a couple rungs. I think it's just because how Kevin Smith has handled in the recent tense of things. But regardless of that, this movie was very influential in my life a lot of the time. It actually probably was the reason why I got into comic book collecting for a while there. So I will credit that for this. So this grew my like of comics a lot when I was a kid. So I really did enjoy the movie. I thought it was good. It also had my guy Jason Lee, very big fan of his as acting wise. So there is that. Now 4 and 5, or yeah, just places 4 and 5. I couldn't think of any real movies that I thought that would be influential on me, or at least that I love watching all the time. And then I realized, oh yeah, I have like 2 posters of these movies in Japanese. So they are Commando and Goodfellas. Commando, Arnold Schwarzenegger, great action movie. Immediately can watch it at any moment, at any time, and instantly be in the oh fuck yeah type mode as soon as I start seeing it. It is great, excellent, really, really, really well done. I love that movie. And then another one also is Goodfellas, another great movie. Love it for a different reason, because it's so fast-paced. You just can watch it from any moment, and then you're in the story no matter what. Really, really, really well done. I really enjoy that movie a lot. Any of these movies I'm willing to pick up and watch from any moment at any point, and that's why I would think that these are like my top 5, 100%. I don't care where it is in the movie. I don't care what scenes I've missed. If I turn it on and it's on already, I'll watch it. But if these 5 movies were on repeat somewhere, I'd probably just keep tuning into these things or have it open on a second screen or something like that, because I was very, very, very influenced by these. Now, before I go, because I wanted to mention these because I mentioned it slightly in the car, I was going to do an honorable mentions moment here, but it won't be just in the last 20 years, because I couldn't think of movies in the last 20 years that I would say are in my top 5 that are like really there. There are a couple in here, but my honorable mentions would have to be Evil Dead 2, really, really love that, as well as Army of Darkness, really enjoyed Army of Darkness. Friday the 13th Part 2, probably one of my favorite horror movies of all time. That's the old school horror movie. The newer horror movie that I wanted to give roses to here is Terrifier 2. If you've never seen Terrifier 2, please go watch it. It is very great. It is excellent. Very gory though, be aware of that. And probably my favorite foreign film of all time, I Saw the Devil. Very, very good. Very well done. Also very, not for the squeamish at all, but it's very well done, and probably one of the best revenge movies I've ever seen ever. And I would highly, highly recommend it to anybody who has any interest in that and willing to read a little bit, but very much worth the read. So that is my top 5 that I would say is, including a couple of honorable mentions, you know. Very happy with that list. I would say I didn't think it'd be that hard. I really, really thought it would be a lot easier, but it is what it is. It made me think a little bit more, and I liked that. I will probably keep doing these random top 5s throughout, just because I do enjoy these, and these are nice little fillers, but also have some main subject matter in them. So keep an eye out for them.
And we're back. Welcome to the workout debriefing. Exercises not filmed, none. Exercises skipped, also none. Got everything in. Everything was grand and golden. Very happy about that. Managed to get that in. Got one of the boys in. The other boy, we're gonna have to do Operation Speakerphone is what I'm gonna call it, / the love below. It's gonna be called homage to Outcast. But anyways, besides that, I'm feeling good, feeling great. I'm on the way home, record some stuff, edit some stuff. When am I not editing? That is the main thing about that. But I'm on my way home and I'm feeling good, feeling grand. Gotta hurry up before these cars come. But yeah, overall, generally speaking, when it comes to movies, I do have a certain type of movie that I like that has probably influenced me more than I would like to admit, but I probably have already talked about that. Today's episode was a little bit of a filler, a little bit of a, hey, you get to know me a little bit more. Tomorrow's episode, I'm probably going to get into more serious stuff. I already have a general idea of what I want to talk about. It's just I didn't really have anything this weekend to really like chomp my teeth into that really like got me thinking. All I've been doing is watching Fish Tank, and that's about it. So shout out Fish Tank. So that's the real like thing that's been kind of draining me creatively. I need to get back into the creative modes that have been useful for me in order to create some of these videos, but that should be happening soon. Today's the last day of Fish Tank, so after today it should be fine, and then tomorrow I already have an idea. But with that being said, tell me what you think in the comments below. I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions about your top 5 movies of all time, or just some of your favorite movies of all time. I would like to say, I'm not going to put them into a specific genre or anything like that, because I feel like getting into genres and stuff, you're starting to get into like minute details and stuff. I want to go overall, general, whatever you think. And also tell me your thoughts and opinions about the movies that I talked about here. You know, if you're like, this movie fucking sucks, why do you like it so much? That'd be very interesting. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions about it. But please, let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I will be back on tomorrow with a new video. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Keep it heavy. Peace.